Right, ladies, it's a full group today. And this is what I came up with when I was with my beginners class. And I thought, why did I never think about it before? So easy. Look what I've done. Firstly, I always start to mark my page, as you know, with my grid. That's not going to change. Okay, that I love that, easy, simple, no measuring. I just place my ruler in the center, or the grid from the ruler in the center, and get rid of my line. So I know where my middle is going to be folded. That's easy. But then this is where it's going to be different. I'm going to take a rectangle. Now I'm going to do it from beginning because I already did it with others, of course, but I'm going to start it as if I've never done it before. I'll draw a rectangle. Doesn't matter the size really, because what I'm going to do with it will change the size anyways. But look what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into my stencils. And under stencils, I find the one that I called Susan or training or whatever name. When we did stencils in the past, you would have created a name for your stencils. And I'm going to pick it up. And if you don't want to do this, you could use, I think, a square will also be in shapes. So you could go into the shapes, and this will do the same job. Look, you've got the squares. And if I do it that way, let me do it that way. Make it even easier for you. So you go into the shapes, and you pick up the square. And you're going to place it as if it's that box I just deleted. So it comes up to there, and I'm going to drag it down to there, and a little bit up here. Can you see? I've got my page. Let me take these out of the way. I've got my page, and I've got my stencil. Instead of a box, I put a stencil. Why? Because look, if I now want to bring in, I'll use a digikit. Any digikit will do. So I'll just pick up a digikit that has some stuff in it. I'll do this one. I'll bring in a digikit. Doesn't matter what it is because I just want to teach you. So if I want a background for my card, the size of that box now, because I want the edge to have that white borders, because my printer doesn't print to the edge, what I do is this. I'll go down to materials. I select a material that I like. Let's say that one. And I resize. And automatically, that's going to do my box. Now, I'm not going to stop and say lift stencil yet, because look, if I then wanted to place some stuff like a balloon up at the top, I wanted to place the shoes and the flowers down at the bottom. I might have wanted to place some balloons coming out on the side. So I'm preparing my design. When I'm ready, I click on my stencil and I say lift stencil. And hey, how my card is done. So you don't need to punch, you don't need to cut, you don't need to do anything because this stencil did it for me. Not only that, but let me show you. If I go back one, and I wanted, you know how with ink, we go around with the ink around the edge of our card, and I want that on my card, I can still go into brushes. I select a brush, something that's not very, something like that. I'm going to try it because there's so many nice ones, but you need to try them. And I say, you know what, I want a reddish, always on the line. So I'm going to go to line. There's my brush, make it bigger, and I'm going to just nip it round the edge like so. Doesn't have to be anything specific. You don't need to be straight. You can go in and out just to show you. And when I'm ready, I just lift my stencil. And I've got it there as well. So I've got my design around it. Can you see how easy it becomes if you use a stencil? Now, me being me, I don't stop there. I go that little bit further. So I said to my group, look, if I took, and I have one in there, a diamond, brought the stencil out, made it a bit narrower, and place it somewhere in the middle like so, to put a message inside it maybe, or something like that, happy birthday or whatever I want. I can then use the same brush, and I go and put a little bit of a brushy there. Like that. And if I wanted to, I could say, oh, you know what? I fancy that umbrella, or I fancy some flowers or something that is in the digikit. Here goes. Can you see I've got some flowers? If I wanted to place a flower or two, let's see which ones, or the bee, or something like that. I'm going to make it smaller, of course. I can place my bee wherever I want, and it comes as if it's coming out of that diamond. So can you see, when you're designing your stuff, there's nothing to stop you doing it however you like. And once you're ready, you say, that's it. Lift stencil. Can you see, I now got a design in the center of my card. So you can keep going with different stencils, one inside the other, if you wanted to. And you can change, if I pick that up, look, I might change position of it, add it somewhere there. Whatever I want, I can put a shadow on it. That makes it look as if it is a little bit three-dimensional, and you can design whatever you like. Now, I'm going to stop there to take any questions and see what you think about this idea. Some of you might not like it. I don't know yet, but we're going to see what you say. So stop